everyone. Today we are going to test the InveStar BD OMS. Let me use my user credentials to log in. So we are logging in using my credentials. By default, there is only one watch list. However, you can customize the page view. Over here, I'm going to create a new composite page. Let me write the name. It's going to be test trade. I can select an icon from here. So let me use this one and then create the new page. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to have the watch list by default. However, we can add and customize the page view. So over here, you can have multiple market data analysis and trading positions if you want to add to your view. So over here, you can see we already have the watch list, but let me add the depth. And then we can also add charts, the blotter, and the order summary. Once we add all these, we have to click on save. And now you have a view customized based on your needs. Thank you. In the previous video, we saw how to customize your composite pages. In this one, we are going to see how we can add favorites to your watch list and many other features. So let's start with watch list. So over here, we have to click on plus and then first of all, clean the actions. This will empty the table and there will be no data available. Now you can select all the companies that you want to focus on. So for example, I want to look into DBH. So let me select this. So it gets added over here. Let me add another one. So let's try new line. Now we have new line public. So okay, so my favorite companies are over here. So now let me click on plus again, and then I can write down a name, for example, favorite, and then save. So what happens is when you click on plus again and if you clean it, so now there is no data, right? But if I select one of my favorites, you will see that all your favorite companies are aligned over here. Similarly, when we're using the market depth, you can select the instrument and look for different companies, for example, Mercantile Bank. So over here, you can see all the data over here. And then for the plotter, you can select the clients and then see what they did. For example, what they sold or what they were willing to buy. So over here, I have two dummy users. One is Reza Khan. So over here, we can see that he has an order ID for June 20th. And if I move to the other one, we have Kafi. Over here, we can see that there are two sell requests. Okay, now let's come to the charts. Let's see how it works. We can select any company. For example, I am seeing New Line. Over here, you can see the graphical representation of the company. Thank you. On our previous videos, we have seen how to customize the composite pages. Now we are going to see how we can trade. So over here, you can see I have two companies on the watch list. I'm going to trade using New Line. So in order to do that, you have to right click and then select buy. And then you have to select a customer from the existing customer list, for example, Reza Khan. So I'm going to buy around 10 and I'm going to set a price limit of 74. and then preview buy. So when you click on preview buy, you're going to see the details of what you requested, and then you can place your order. Once you place your order, you can see that over here the quantity is 15. Previously I had 5 already over here, so now the 10 that I newly requested gets added and it became 15. So this was the buy request over here. Even if you go to the blotter, you can see that there is a buy request over here with status new. So let's try selling these. This time I'm going to switch the user. So let's say I'm selling for coffee. So over here I select the quantity 5 and then I set a limit price for 74 and then preview sell. Similarly, you can see all the details required and then you can place order for sell. So over here you can see that now the quantity decreased, and if you follow the blotter, you can see that there was a sell with status trade, which reflects that your transaction has been successful. That's all. Thank you. The last thing that we want to cover for our OMS is the portfolio section. On the portfolio section, if you click over here, you will find 3 new tabs. That is portfolio, transactions, and client list. For the portfolio part, you will see all the transactions that took place for specific customers on that day. Over here you can see for dummy 1 we have some changes for new line. Similarly, dummy 000 has a transaction for new line as well. If we go to transactions, over here you can see all the transactions that took place in the brokerage house throughout the day. And for client list, over here you can see the list of customers available on the brokerage house, and over here you would be able to view the available amount for trade and reserved amount if there are any. And similarly, you should be able to add money to the client account or withdraw if required. So that's all. Thank you.